Hi, this video is going to go over MyMathLab and how to use it. Okay, so if you have more questions about Blackboard, I do have a video explaining how to go through our Blackboard page. But if you want to know about MyMathLab, that's what this video is going to be for. So first, you do have to go to Blackboard to get into our MyMathLab. That's the way our class is constructed. So at the very bottom here, you're going to see the MyMathLab login, and you're going to click on that. And it should open a new window and take you to MyMathLab. I've tried to kind of take out any of the stuff here that you don't need. So some of these things, if you see this little thing with the X through it, it says hidden from students, you won't see that. So you'll probably have a lot less on your screen to look at. But the main thing you're going to want to look for is Unit 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are going to be the 4 chapters that we're covering. The only reason they're called units instead of chapters is because we do the chapters kind of out of order. So it might seem kind of confusing, like why are we starting with the last chapter, etc. So I just called them units, and that makes it a little easier. So Unit 1, we're doing voting methods. So when you click on this or any of the units, they look pretty similar when they come up. And they have a lot of important information just in this little box. So the first thing is it talks about, some of the objectives that you're going to have, hopefully understand at the end of this unit. Down here it has quick links to the sections of the book. So if I click on one of these, it will take me to the ETextbook. And so remember, the ETextbook you have access to, and this is why I said you didn't have to buy the actual paper copy of the book. Of course, you may have done that, but you don't have to. So you can look at the ETextbook here, read it just like you would the regular book, or even print off pages if that would help. Now, the nice thing also about this interactive textbook is that it has videos linked in, it has you try it, exercises, so it has a lot more than just what a paper book would have. So if I flip through here a little bit, let me see if I can find one that has a video. Oh, that might have had one. Down here, this little thing here, you see if I hover over it, it says you try it. So if I click on that, it gives me an example. Now, these examples are not part of your homework. They're going to be very similar to homework problems, but if you complete them, whether you do it well or not, it's not going to go towards your grade. So just be aware of that. Anything you click on in the book is just kind of extra practice for you, but it's not going to be something that would go in your grade book. Okay, so you can click on those. You can do as much or as little as you want there. Sometimes there'll be little videos that you can click on. Just kind of depends on what the topic is. So that would be kind of a quick way to get right to the book. Another way is right over here. You see it says chapter contents, and then I labeled it ETextbook. If you click on that, it just takes you to the chapters, and you probably won't see all the chapters. I kind of hid the other ones so that you would just have the main ones right there. You could still navigate to the other ones, but these are the main ones you're going to want to see. So if you click on the actual chapter, like this one here, you can do some of these different things here. This is all stuff that just comes with the book. This isn't stuff that's assigned for you to do. It's just things that are in the ETextbook. But you can click on the section. If you do this, the video presentation or multimedia e-text, that's of course going to take you to the book. The video presentation would be some video that they've created, the creators of the book have made. It's not my video, it's what they would make for somebody to watch if they didn't have any other lecture videos or whatever. But you have mine that you can watch, so you don't necessarily have to do those. But going back to the voting methods, so that was kind of talking about the ETextbook, but going back to Unit 1 here, we click on this if we want to read through the book. Once we're done with that, or if we want to just go straight to homework, we're going to click on this down here. Now it says homework and quizzes. That's just how it was set up. We technically don't have quizzes. We just have homework and then tests. So don't worry too much about that. But whatever is listed here is what you're required to do. Okay, so however many homeworks are there, there's always going to be one test per unit. but all that stuff is what's required and what's graded. Anything that's not in here, so if you do something in the ETextbook like we talked about, if you do something in the study plan, which is just kind of for extra practice, if you do some of these quiz me exercises, all those are not graded, okay, or they're not graded for your grade. You might get a grade for them, you know, it may say you got 100%, but that's not going towards your grade, okay? So these are what would be going towards your grade. This will tell if it has a time limit, which all our tests do, and this tells how many attempts you have. For test, you have 2 attempts, and just the best attempt will count. For homework, you can work on it as much as you want. Now, you've always got your due dates over here to the left. You'll see this says it's due February 3rd at 11:59 p.m. And remember that these are all Eastern times. So if you are in Bowling Green, you are in Central Time. So that will be 10:59. So don't let that confuse you. So you click on the assignment that you want to work on. You'll see the ones that you need to work on here. You can stop and start as much as you want. After you've done a few of these, it'll either have a green check mark to say that you got it correct, or it'll have a red X to say that you missed it. And so if you're trying to go back and improve your grade, you can go back through. Let's say it said I missed number 7. I can go back into number 7 and I can, you know, try it again. If I've already missed it, it should have an option at the bottom that says similar exercise, and then I can do another one, okay? Up here in the question help, these are going to be ways that you can help yourself solve the problem. You got the help me solve this, which is going to actually do the problem with you step by step and then tell you the answer. Now once you've done that, the computer is going to regenerate the problem and give you a new one, okay, because now you'll have the answer. So that's okay to do, but of course then you're starting over with a new problem. The view and example will give you a similar problem that you can work along with the one you have and then kind of figure out, you know, how are they doing this and what answer are they looking for. And so those are 2 options. Sometimes there'll also be videos in here, or there might be a link back to the book. It just depends on the problem. But there's always the Ask My Instructor tab. And so when you click that, what it's going to do is it's just going to bring up this for you, and it's going to send it to me, okay? So you can write in whatever you want, but I'm going to get this, and so I'm going to get the actual problem, and then I'll get the message that you sent me. So then I can respond and show you kind of step by step how to do it. You know, so it's better that you send me an email this way if you're asking about a particular problem, because otherwise if you just say, I don't understand the voting methods, I don't really know what part you don't understand, or, you know, what's confusing to you. But if you send me the actual problem, then I can say, all right, well, you know, do you understand this part or this part, and we can go from there. Okay, so that's how you could access my help, is you can just do the Ask My Instructor from there. All right, so that is the homework that you'll be working on. So you go to the unit you're on, you go to homework and quizzes. Right now the other units, the due dates are not set yet because I'm still reviewing all of them and making sure they are what I want them to be. So you can still go into them, but you can't open them yet because it's going to say the due date is passed. So don't worry about those. I'll get those fixed soon. This is your MyMathLab gradebook, which is where all your homework and test grades will go into automatically. So you can see, like this one I just did, and I got a 0, and so right now I have a 0 in the class, right? But this would be also if you did a test, you know, several weeks ago and you wanted to go back and look over it, you could go here and review it, you know, and it would let you review and, you know, look over what you missed or what you got right. So I think that's all I have to tell you about in MyMathLab. It's pretty easy to navigate once you get used to it. But if you do have any questions, you know, feel free to email me and ask me about that, and I'll try to help you through that. All right? So I look forward to hearing from you, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.